Hi, Rachel. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Thursday, December 11th. Man, I know it seems like I do this every time. I just the water. I mean the time, the water too. I mean,
We have less water right now, though. We were
yes,
almost a
yes.
flooded state. Now we're sunny, beautiful. I've got my windows in my house open. It's ridiculous.
Mm,
Yeah.
I know. Feels like a balmy day.
Mhm.
Rachel, have you heard that term atmospheric river? Had you ever heard that before?
No.
That was new to me.
Yeah. What is that?
Well, I guess it's this pressure system or from the tropics and I don't know. Okay, I don't know. But it's the reason why we had, that constant
So much
rain.
rain.
Yeah.
Have you heard of this thing, Rachel? I don't know what it is, but it's a thing. Did you
To
know?
me, it feels like it's water in the air. It's a river of water in the air.
And then all of a sudden it dumped on us, basically. Do you know I was running some errands at the old Hobby Lobby in my little town, and the parking lot was literally flooded. Like
Oh.
there was huge sections of the parking lot that nobody was parking in. Well, I didn't pay attention. I'm in my SUV and I'm like, and I drive in and I park and I'm like, look at all these great parking spots for me. Nobody's over here. I get out, sploosh. Luckily, I have my rubber boots on.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So I was like,
You're
y'all,
ready.
you need to wear your rubber boots. You can park anywhere.
Yeah, come on, people. You're high waters. Yeah.
Mhm.
You're waders.
Your waders. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, funny weather in my opinion for December, but I'm not one of those people that can, that in December of 2022, I don't remember that. I don't
No.
remember.
Same.
From year to year. I don't pay attention.
Mm-mm.
But which is, great that some people have that ability to remember that sort of thing. So I just have to believe them when they say, yeah.
The one I do remember is 2012 because that's when we had that huge ice storm and a ton of
Oh.
my trees broke and never recovered, and it
Mhm.
killed off many of my bush. Like it was a year for me because my landscape has never recovered.
Yeah.
At one point, my landscape looked great. It still doesn't, and that was so many years ago. Anyway, whatever.
All right. So here we are Thursday, and we've been talking about sleep.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. And Rachel, I just have to say, and I think you agree that the talk at the Lifestyle Medicine Conference was just so good.
It was incredible. I mean, it was great timing that you brought that up because we were talking about hacks, healthy hacks, our regular, theme we're on right now. Our series is all about healthy hacks, and we have transitioned to talking about sleep hacks. And then now specifically we're talking about sleep hacks and kind of how they relate to the holidays because this is our holiday editions. So we're talking about how these things are really impacted, especially during the month of December.
Right.
And you and I both went to the American College of Lifestyle Medicine conference, but we didn't see this session. Right. So you watched it later because we still have access to it. Thank you. And I watched it today, and it's, you feel like you can know everything about sleep and the ways to help people get better sleep and language around it and the psychology around it. And there are so many layers to it. I think that's why sleep is one of the most complicated behaviors. Because as they say in the session that we watched, we don't have control over our sleep.
Right.
Bottom line, we have no control over it.
Interesting. And sometimes is that freeing? I think that can be freeing because a lot of us worry about sleep, but it can be really freeing. Yeah. Yeah. So when you say we don't have control over it, say more about that?
Yeah. So I think it's freeing because oftentimes if we think we can control it and make it happen, then when it doesn't happen, we blame ourselves. There's, I'm a failure. I'm a bad sleeper. We have this language. I'm a poor sleeper, or I've never been a good sleeper.
Right. Yeah.
When I was a child.
Yeah.
And all of these things get into our psyche. They're stories we're telling ourselves. They might be true. It could be that you've never been a great sleeper, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you can't be a good sleeper now.
Right.
And so we believe these stories and we believe it's in our power and control to make it happen. And then unfortunately,
I'm going to sleep. I'm going to sleep. I'm going to sleep.
yeah, you try to, like, you can grit your teeth and bear a really bad diet. You can force yourself to not eat certain foods and struggle, and it's terrible. You can do that, but you cannot, no matter how hard you try, force yourself to sleep or to get good sleep. That's one thing we just really, what we do have control over. The good news is all of the behaviors that happen from the minute we wake up in the morning till when we try to sleep, and everything in between. Behaviors and actions and little hacks, little tricks that welcome sleep situation.
Yeah, that create the pressure to sleep.
Yeah, I love that word, the sleep pressure. She called it something else too. She used a couple different terms for it, but recognizing that in order to sleep, we have to build up this pressure of for sleep. Your body has to feel like it needs sleep.
Right.
If we don't do anything, there's not enough pressure to push us into sleep.
Yeah. Yeah. And she talks about preparing for sleep.
Preparing for sleep.
Sleep prep. Yeah. And she also mentions, that she addresses some myths out there, that
the myths were so good. Should we go through those?
Yeah. That fatigue is the same as feeling fatigue is the same as feeling sleepy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Different.
Yeah, different. So, and the she we're talking about is Dr. Dana Lee Bagley.
Yeah.
In case you guys want to look her up. But yeah, that fatigue can be caused from chronic illnesses, chronic diseases, medications. It's not the same thing as sleep.
Right.
And really great sleep can't solve fatigue that's been caused by other conditions.
Yeah,
So
like anemia or your blood sugar out of control or
pain.
Some other
chronic pain.
Right.
So I think that's helpful to separate out, so that, because I think some of the things that really are helpful about sleep is when we understand what's going on, what's not going on, and how our brain is impacting our ability to sleep. So when we understand a little bit more, we realize, oh, this is fatigue. That's different than my sleep patterns and my sleep needs. So that was a nice myth to kind of bust.
Right.
Yeah.
And she also mentioned that there, just because you wake up during the night doesn't mean you're not sleeping well.
Yes.
Right?
I love this. She said that's normal.
Right.
So it's time for us to normalize when people say, well, I wake up 3 or 4 times. So what? How freeing that is. Like, that's normal.
Right.
Oh, okay, then I'm normal.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're normal.
I mean,
congratulations.
Congratulations. You're normal. Yes.
Right. What else did she say? What other sleep myth was there?
Another myth was if you just try harder or hard enough, you'll be able to get to sleep. There's a lot of things you need to try. Try to sleep. And she says, this is what we started with. You don't have control over sleep. You actually can't try harder to make sleep happen.
Yeah.
And she called it a threat. When we treat sleep like that, sleep or the ability to sleep can feel like a threat. And then it starts the anxiety and all the worry. I'm not going to get to sleep. How am I going to wake up tomorrow morning? I'm going to be so tired. Now I'm more tired. Now what time is it? How long have I been thinking about this? And then we know the spiral that it causes.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah. That you get in that loop. And she has a great kind of framework for the loop that we tend to get into.
Yeah.
Yeah. What does she call that?
So she calls it the matrix. It's actually based off of acceptance and commitment therapy, which is called CT. Many of you guys have heard about CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy. And she describes ACT as kind of a more modern take on CBT, because it talks more about, I think, the mental health aspect, acceptance, commitment, some mindset stuff. So she calls it the ACT matrix. And let me see if I can pull this up here.
Okay, great.
Let's see if I can share this with everyone.
Yeah. Because it gives a really good framework for the behaviors that we have some control over versus the sleep that we don't.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So let's see, sleep signs.
Oh,
can you see it? Let me try to.
I can see it. Oh, do I add to the? Oh, there it is. Yay!
Now I can't take the right hand side of that off the notes section.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no worries.
I tried to blow it up as much as I could. So,
good. Yeah.
So when we're talking about the matrix, and before I get to the slide, just remembering that the anxiety and the worry makes us feel like we need to keep worrying or keep or trying to control, and that gets into this cycle. So here's the matrix, and these green lines are that cycle that she talks about. So I don't know. Do you think I should back up and go to the matrix where we just basically explain the away and towards?
Sure, that makes sense.
Okay, let's back up a little bit here. Let's back up to the beginning. Here's the basic.
Is that the how?
Yeah, we want to show what, because this is a great, I mean, if you have a piece of paper and pen handy, whoever's listening, if you can draw this, it can help you self-coach incredibly. So, you want to draw, a line horizontal and a line perpendicular, and that's your basic matrix. On one side, you're drawing away. That's behaviors that take you away from your goal, away from your mind of what you want. Toward is obviously going toward. That's a great way to think about, because one of the questions she proposes is that people it's a tool. Just simply ask yourself, does this move me toward or away? It's not asking if this is good or bad. It's not judgment. Yeah. And we could be asking this question about a mindset, a behavior, an event, a person, a relationship. It can be asked about anything. Does this move me toward my goals or away? And that's, you can be confused about a lot of your behavior, but if you ask yourself that question, you probably know the answer is yes or no.
And Rachel, I like that little circle in the middle. What does that say?
Yes, because when we do this, we're asking ourselves these things with kindness and curiosity. We're asking questions it's noticing, being aware of, oh, I feel like doing this behavior, or I don't want to do this behavior.
Right.
That's how I'm feeling. And is this behavior going to move me toward or away? And all of that is mindfulness. That's becoming, that's accepted. That's part of the acceptance of ACT, kind of acknowledging, here's where I am. This is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm feeling. And man, that giving language to your thoughts and feelings and acknowledging it and accepting that is how you feel. There's no right or wrong. It's just the truth, how you feel or how you think.
Yeah. And let's give an example of that. For example, I wake up and then I just stare at the clock and I keep looking at the clock.
Right.
And so the looking at the clock, and then I feel anxious because I'm not sleeping.
Yes.
So I'm looking at the clock, I'm feeling anxious. I'm looking at the clock, I'm feeling anxious. Yeah.
So the looking at the clock is the behavior that's moving you away from sleep. And then the feeling anxious is the internal thoughts and feelings that are moving you away. Yeah. So our thoughts and feelings can move us away from our goals, but our behaviors can move us away. Sure. And the two circle around each other. They spin us out. This thing that's not helping me out, now I feel anxious and worried about it. So I do more. So now I'm stuck in this behavior loop of thoughts, feelings, and behavior. Right.
I'm looking at the clock. I'm feeling anxious. I'll never fall asleep. Oh, now it's 3:15. See, I'm not sleeping in it yet.
Yeah.
Oh, now it's 3:30. 3:31. I knew this wasn't going to work. So.
Yes. Yeah. So just stopping right there and acknowledging what's happening. recognizing it's not you, you're not a failure. You can't control your brain waking you up in the middle of the night. You can't make it not do that. So just acknowledging and recognizing that's where you're at, and that's maybe the sleep situation that you want to work on. So just right there is that acceptance, and then you commit to, I'm going to figure this out. I want to do some things that are going to move me toward my goal of getting better sleep. So you start to, maybe you work with a coach, you work with your doctor, you start to brainstorm all the different types of behaviors that could lead towards better sleep. And there are many. One of the things that she really emphasizes with great compassion is realizing getting better sleep is not a goal, because it's not a behavior you can do.
Oh, gotcha.
It's
okay. I don't want to say my goal is to get better sleep. Maybe that's what it's going to look like down the road.
Right. That is the result. That's what you're going to get from the behaviors and the goals that you set. So, when we just say, oh, I need to get better sleep, that doesn't really help us out at all, because what does that even mean? I need to get better sleep. But I want to wake up at the same time every morning so that I can reset my circadian rhythm and start to set myself up and prepare myself for better sleep. That's a goal. That's a behavior. And then you can build some strategies on how will I do that, and what kind of resources do I need, and do I need a different kind of an alarm system? You can brainstorm that again with your coach or with your doctor. But what's a piece that we often overlook, or when we're doing our own self-coaching, is, and a doctor or a coach will be really good about asking you this, or at least I know you and I are this is really for us asking, is why?
Yeah.
What's in it for you? Because she explains, Dr. Dana explains, change is really hard and it sucks. And we gotta embrace the suck.
Right. Yeah.
If we want change, we've got to do some things that are hard or uncomfortable or annoying, or they rub against our normal. And,
right.
And so we've got to understand why. And so that's this lower right quadrant is all about what matters to you about moving forward. Why will it be meaningful to you? Who will it impact in your life? How will it change who you are? Why do you want this so bad?
Yeah.
And bad enough to make a change.
Yeah. Yes.
So
yes.
Because matrix.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so important to know the why, because, because unless it's worth it to you, you can talk all around it about it,
Yeah.
I want it, but unless it's, you have a purpose behind it, then it really is not as likely to happen.
It's hard to sustain when we don't really know, because the brain just wants to go into survival mode and default to what it knows. And even if what it knows is harming you and not healthy and doesn't feel good, the brain feels comfortable with that because it's what it knows how to do.
What it knows. Yeah. Yeah. Can we talk about something, we've got a few minutes remaining here, that I think is very common to so many people, sometimes including myself. And it's this concept of this behavior that leads me away from the healthy sleep that I know I need, because sleep is medicine. And that's this idea of revenge. What's it called? Revenge?
Revenge sleep procrastination, or revenge.
There you go.
Sometimes we just call it revenge procrastination.
Yeah.
Let me find the slide for that. It's so common. We all do it. I still do it sometimes, and I catch myself. Revenge bedtime procrastination. So you guys, we all know what this is. It's you retaliate against what,
going to bed, putting yourself to bed.
Yeah, you retaliate against the stresses of the day. You're taking revenge against what's happened to you during the day that felt out of control, and you didn't have a say in much of it. And so we take revenge by staying up late, right? We stay up late to gain a sense of control. And I always just think of it in my mind as stealing hours from myself. I'm stealing from myself. But in the moment, it feels therapeutic and good because it's all we have control over.
Mhm.
These
Yeah.
wee hours of the night when no one's around, when the house is quiet, when no one's asking anything from you, when no one's
Mhm.
bossing you around.
Right. A lot of us call it our me time. Yeah.
Yes, which is interesting because it's putting it under the guise of self-care and self-love, but it actually is a self-sabotage.
Mhm. So moving away from.
It's moving away from.
Yeah.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly, exactly. So, she talks about, she described a lot of the actual real solutions to get to the bottom of a lot of this
Mm.
revenge stuff, and,
Mhm.
um, so much of it has to do with our environment and our lifestyle and what's going on in
Mhm.
our world. So we oftentimes, um, have a really difficult job, or we're parents of young kids and we're just giving so much of ourselves, or our home life isn't what we'd like it to be, or we don't have as much support.
Mhm.
We're not partnered with someone who's helping us in the game of life, kind of a thing.
Mhm.
And so we give. And so really to solve the problem, we have to kind of go more to uh, the origin of it, which is
Right.
some bigger changes.
Yeah.
Can we make changes to our work schedule? Can we
Right.
advocate for more control or power over decision making in our work day? And so that's kind of a whole nother coaching conversation.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
but in the meantime, we can kind of use this matrix for the same thing. What is the behavior that is going to move me toward
Mhm. Mhm.
going to sleep and not taking revenge and stealing
Right.
time for
Yeah.
myself?
Yes. And noticing. So really
Mhm.
noticing the thought that you're having. Rather than kind of calling yourself the thought or labeling kind of, your in let me think about an example. Like I I'm not sure exactly an example right here, but just really staying above and separating yourself and kind of coming alongside and looking things out here
Mhm.
and noticing the thought that you have rather than it being identifying with it, I guess. Does that
Yes,
make sense to you?
it does, and she actually calls that something. She calls it
Mm.
satellite thinking,
Oh,
satellite
okay.
perspective. So
Mhm.
the concept that if you're sitting in the middle of a storm, you're swirled around it and
Right. Yeah.
harming you. But if you zoom out and like a weather person is looking at a satellite picture, now they're thinking cognitively about they can describe what's
Mm.
going on
Mhm.
because they're
Mhm.
not sitting in it.
Mhm.
So it's a way to observe what's happening and go,
Mm.
I see that I feel tired and I feel sad, or I feel like I want to have some me time. I'm feeling lonely, identifying what our thoughts, our feelings are. Oh, I'm noticing I'm staying up later in order to feel like I can get this me time.
Mhm.
And,
Mhm.
is this moving
Yeah.
me? That great question. Is this behavior moving me away or toward?
Right.
And what do I want to do about it? Do
Yeah.
I want to make a change? Do I feel
Yes.
like I can make a change?
Right.
And then,
Yeah, it's so good. I like the away or toward because it really takes the morality of it out of
yeah,
it. Yeah.
it really does. And
Mhm.
because the answer can still be the behavior's moving me away from getting great sleep, but I'm doing it anyway.
Mhm. Yeah.
And that's a choice you have to make. You get
Mhm.
to, you
Right.
get to decide that. It's
Yeah.
not right or wrong. It's just
Right.
choice. Mhm.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Good, good. Yeah, so, yeah, sleep is important. Sleep is medicine. There's so much good stuff that for our bodies and our health that come from
Mm.
restorative sleep. It's one of the pillars of lifestyle medicine.
Yeah.
And there are things that we can do that behaviors, thoughts that we can have and change,
Mhm.
maybe, to that will push us toward the ability to get better sleep. So what would be a challenge, Rachel, that you would like to maybe give to people who are listening?
Yeah, I would say probably there's a couple different things. If if you're just starting out and this is all kind of new and like you're getting lots of ahas, your brain is lighting up, just sit with this information for a week and just go with that center circle we talked about. Notice, be aware, start to take some notes, and maybe make a sleep journal and just make observances of what patterns you're noticing of sleep and when it's better and when it's worse, and then start to maybe identify what you want to do about it. If you feel like you've got some good strategies and some good motivation behind it, you might just jump right in and start to make some changes. You might find that you need some help from maybe a sleep doctor, or maybe your primary doctor, or maybe you want to get help from a coach. Maybe you want to look up some books on ACT and some self-coaching journals that can kind of guide you through the general thoughts patterns of the matrix, right? It can apply to anything, not just sleep. This is a tool that can be used in any area of behavior change we're looking for.
Yeah. It's such a good skill to learn and to build into practice. So yeah, great. Well, Rachel, this brings us we're coming down to the end. What's for dinner? What's for dinner for me is water.
I mean, sad face, but also this is a dialectical problem. It's sad face, you're fasting, but good, you're going to get your colonoscopy. Yay! Good job.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, well, while you're drinking water, I will be feasting on fresh salmon that was caught by my son's soon-to-be father-in-law.
Oh, wow.
Very excited about that for dinner tonight. What's going to go with it, though, I don't know, because my husband needs to run to the grocery store and restock our produce. So I don't know yet what's going with it, except for that's what we're doing.
Oh, beautiful. Lovely. All right. Are you eating is it just you and Peter tonight?
Yeah, just the two of us. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'll be dining by myself too.
Yeah. You and your water.
You and me and my water.
Can you put a little lemon in it? Is that allowed? I can't remember. Little spritz.
Yeah, well, they'll be the the goo that makes you go. That'll be in there. That'll be in there.
Oh, and
Kenny's taking off. He's taking off. He's going to go to our square dance lesson without me.
Oh,
it's okay. I don't want to. Yeah.
No, you don't. Yeah. Now, so your colonoscopy is tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning. Yeah.
Tomorrow morning. So tonight will be a night of 1,000 waterfalls.
Yes. I may not be getting the greatest sleep, but that's okay.
That's right. You will once they put you under for the colonoscopy. You'll catch up a little bit.
Okay. All right. Well, you all have a great rest of your day and beautiful weekend. Stay healthy, everybody, and sleep well.
Sleep well.
Can I say that?
How about we change it to plan for your sleep well.
Prep well.
Prep well.
Prep well.
There we go. I like it.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, Rachel. Bye.